this week, after the Ray Rice scandal, now you got Adrian Peterson. And I got to admit, I was absolutely shocked by that fucking story. I know that, that's something that has gone on for a long fucking time. Parents beating their children like that. For some reason, I just didn't think, with all this Dr. Phil shit, all this pop psychology shit that's out there, how you could hit a kid with a switch that's 4 years old to the point that he's bruised and bleeding is just fucking beyond my comprehension. That's just fucking nuts. I think that really fucks people up when you do shit like that to that level. Not saying I didn't get hit as a kid, but two things. One, it wasn't a switch, it was a paddle. And two, I fucking deserved it. I never felt, after getting hit with the paddle, that I never felt that it was wrong. What's the word I'm searching for? I never felt that I didn't do something to deserve it. I hated it because it hurt, but I never felt that it was like it was, I don't know. Like all I did was this and then you did that. The only time I ever felt it was fucking wrong was one time my brother said that I kicked my other brother in the face, and it was bullshit. I kicked him in the stomach. I used to do a bit about that, and which was considered working it out amongst yourselves. And, the face was a no-no in my house. It was weird. You could punch in the side of the head. If you bruised within the hair, the parents wouldn't see it, and you'd be all right. But if you hit in the face, then you had a big problem. And, my mother was brushing her hair at the time. She turned around. She went to whack me over the head with a brush, and I ducked, and she caught me right between the shoulder blades. And the brush was like this hard plastic, and it kind of exploded. And then my mother picked up the brush part, the rubber part with the thing sticking out. And for, I think, another 10 years, she brushed her hair just holding on to that, rather than the hole with the handle and all that. Like, that's how, I don't know. Their parents grew up in the Depression, so they just had that instilled in them that, if the brush breaks into a million pieces, you still salvage it. It still works. You just hold it this way, which, hey, maybe that's a smarter thing to do. I have no idea. But anyways, taking it to that level. So I actually was reading about that, and then that reminded me of the story. Now, this comes with a warning, because you probably shouldn't watch this video, but it reminded me of which I thought was like 7-8 years ago. Turns out it was 20 years ago. Remember that kid? It was like Michael Fay or something like that. He was a 19-year-old kid. He was over in Singapore, and he was accused of vandalizing some property or some shit. And part of the punishment was he was going to get caned. And nobody over here had heard of it for the most part, unless you'd traveled. And it was basically they hit you with this fucking stick, and they hit you hard enough that after a couple of hits, like basically, like they said, pieces of flesh are coming off your fucking ass and the back of your legs and stuff, and everybody thought it was fucking horrific. He was supposed to get 6 hits, and we were allowed to. We made enough of a stink that they went down to 4 hits. And so I looked that up, and then there was a link to a video that showed somebody getting caned, and I got to tell you, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I watched it. It's like a 4.5-minute video, dude, and I'm telling you, because what happened with that Michael Fay kid is like the day after or something, he was sitting down, so everybody's like, oh, that wasn't that bad. That kid is a tough kid. He's now like a 40-year-old man, but I got to tell you something. I watched this video. Dude, it's just... You go out there, right? Naked as a jaybird, whatever the fuck that means. And then they put you in this thing that's almost like, it's like what I don't know. You're basically, I don't know, like if you had like a 2-wheeled dolly. You remember how they wheeled Hannibal Lecter out? Imagine they wheeled him out except he was facing the other way. All right? But there's no wheels on this thing. And you walk and you stand on that thing. Then you hang onto these two fucking handles, and two people on either side hold onto your arms. And then they put this thing over you where there's basically, I guess it's to protect your lower back and the back of your legs. You know, so they don't hit that part. And then just your ass is poking through this fucking hole. It's like a glory hole, except it's your ass. And then this fucking dude, Singaporean dude, Filipino dude, whatever you call him, he lines up ready to hit you. And he waits for some fucking guy off camera to be like, "Hey!" Right? And this fucking guy is just like in that classic Asian, like, martial arts. I can't even describe it. Crouching tiger, hidden dragon, like, I'm going to show the West what fucking torque is really capable of. I can't even do it. It looked like he was getting ready to do some dance. He was I'm literally I'm acting it out right now. I'm standing up, right? Basically, you stand up. He's turned sideways, like he's going to hit a fucking golf ball. Then he fucking bends his back leg so his right leg, his front leg is straight, and his fucking arm is all the way up like this guy, and he's ready to just fucking, and the guy goes, "Hey!" And this guy just goes fucking, wah, psh, and the dude, right? By the second one, and then they fucking wait like 30 seconds. It's just sitting there. And this fucking guy is standing there. He's supposed to hold the fucking, I almost said switch, the cane a different way, and he's standing there. And then some guy mumbles some shit, right? And then the fucking guy goes back into that pre-stance. He looks like a fucking Marvel comic, like action hero, right? And then the guy goes, "Hey!" And the fucking guy goes, "Wah!" Hits him again, and the guy goes like, "Woo!" Like by the second one, you sound like a puppy getting kicked, all right? And I swear to God, the camera, because I think they were trying to show how abusive it is, then zoomed in on this dude's ass, and he's got like fucking 2 lines. Now, I think by the second hit, it was getting raw, and both of his butt cheeks were like fucking quivering, like anticipation. Dude, this was like a 4.5 fucking, I lost count. I think they hit him like 5 fucking times, but literally by the 4th time, the guy started to like crumple. Dude, it was fucking brutal. I don't even know why I'm telling. I'm just saying, this is like classic internet thing. Like, I went on NFL.com, and then next thing you know, I'm watching somebody get caned in Singapore. And that's what's great about the internet, is it breaks down boundaries. It brings people closer. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what the point of all of that was. Listen, I told you what happened. You can watch it if you want to watch it. I'm not putting the link up because I never watch shit like that. And I don't know why I did. It's just like one of those things because it didn't seem like it was going to be that bad. And you start going, dude, could I take that? Could I sit there and for America not cry out? You know? You just got to get the first one in to understand the level. It's the scale. I would think that would be, after you got the first one, then psychologically you'd be like, fuck, I got like 3. This fucker, I'm going to tell you what the U.S. government did for that Michael Fay dude, that they got rid of the last 2. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, the way I've described it now, there's no way you're not going to watch it, but I'm not putting the fucking link up, but Jesus. How many do you think you could take? Do you know the other kid that got arrested with him? I'm literally talking about a fucking news story from 20 years ago. The other kid was lined up for 12 of those hits, and they knocked his down to 10. Dude, you're fucking unconscious by 8. There's just no way. You're either unconscious or you can't even feel your ass anymore. Your ass. Fucking voice cracking. Yeah, dude, that's surprising that is, I don't know, is it really surprising? With all the shit that's going on. That's why I don't watch the fucking news. I have no idea anything that's really going on. I have to get better at it, especially now that I'm building an hour. I got to start watching it. But like, I've never been one of those people that could watch like execution videos and fucking like people who sit down and they watch those guys getting beheaded over there. I mean, that does something to you to sit down and watch that. I don't know. You know what's funny right now is reason why I wish I didn't watch that video? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if you watch that fucking video. That dude's quivering ass is going to be burned into your fucking brain for like 3 days. Because now that's just what I'm thinking right now. I'm trying to go on to the next subject. Do you understand this? And there's a man's quivering ass. It's in my... No disrespect to that guy. This guy took it like a fucking champ. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what's... if you saw the way this guy was swinging this cane, like, they go to school for it. Maximum fucking velocity, torque, whatever the fuck you're going to call it. All of that shit. It's like they must have measured it out. Jesus Christ. You always hear about Singapore, too, how fucking clean. I'm actually afraid to go over there. Because that's one of those things, like if you spit gum out on the street, that's a crime. The next thing you know, you're fucking bare ass sitting there with a quivering ass as some guy's going, hey, and whoop, psh, fuck that. Fuck that. Not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying I can't live up to those standards. I'm going to do something. Stub my toe and then curse in public. Hey, whoop, psh. That's what I would do. I'd be fucking screaming like a bitch. My pasty, quivering ass. Isn't that what you wanted to think about on a Monday morning? Sorry. How's your Danish? Anyways, Jesus Christ. I bet that guy has that guy who got caned, or anybody who gets caned, anytime somebody old bends over to tie their shoes and they get a pain in their back and they go, ugh. Their ass starts just fucking tenses up like they're going to get fucking hit. We got it, Bill. We got it. They hit people with wood in Singapore. There you go. You learned something.